So, welcome to the GearGrid installation. Before you begin, we want to make sure that all local building codes are observed. Before you assemble, we want to make sure that you are checking placement, you're avoiding drilling into any sort of plumbing or any electrical wires. Minimally a two-person crew is required for the assembly and installation. We suggest that you always wear safety glasses, safety shoes when assembling the GearGrid lockers. Some steps require two or more persons working together since some components are difficult to handle alone. Inferior or improperly installed fasteners could cause sudden collapse of the locker system. Never place more than 100 pounds on a single shelf. Never hang from or climb on the lockers. Overloading or shock loading lockers could cause a collapse, resulting in property damage or serious injury. Now at this point, we'll just do a quick overview of the tools required. What you'll see here are the various tools required, specifically a rubber mallet, socket wrenches in 7/16, 1/2, and 9/16 inch sizes, a drill with a 3/8 masonry bit or a 1/4 inch wood bit for a wood stud installation, chalk line, tape measure, and level. The hardware used for the GearGrid installation is not included and will need to be sourced locally. Today's installation is a concrete masonry wall, and we're using an anchor bolt, 3/8 inch by 1 7/8. In the event of a wood installation, a 3/8 inch by 2 inch lag screw would be required. Okay, in preparation for the assembly, you'll want to open and remove the contents from all boxes. You'll want to check and verify all parts against the part list. You'll want to organize parts by type. You'll want to locate a clear, level floor and lay the shipping carton cardboard on the floor and assemble the unit on it for protection during assembly. As we look at the overview on the standard wall mount locker parts, in the foreground is the wall mount bracket, which secures the lockers to the wall. There is a 1/4 5.5 inch bolt, which in conjunction with the flat washer and the wedge nut is used to secure the locker sides. The 2-start tube also contains the locker sides, and then beneath that is the 3-start extension tube. Directly behind that, you'll see the 24-inch wire shelf. Behind that is the 24-inch back grid, and then to the far right, you'll see a locker side. So here we've measured approximately 8 inches up from the floor, and we've marked a point on each end of our wall where the lockers are to be located, and we've snapped a chalk line between those points. Okay, so here we've identified the beginning of the run, and because these are 24-inch wide lockers, we're marking along our chalk line approximately every 24 inches. When we go to assemble it or put in our mounting brackets, we have to make sure that we're 1.5 inches away from these marks. At this point, the mounting brackets have been spaced approximately every 32 inches along the chalk line. Now, in a wood wall construction, lag screws must be fastened into the wooden studs.
If there's a 3/8 in there.
In this case, the concrete block wall construction, anchor bolts should be placed in the web, the non-hollow area, for ultimate strength. For steel studs, use a 2-inch by 6-inch backer for the top and bottom of your run, or 3/4 inch plywood behind the locker systems. Mark your hole locations along the chalk line. I got it.
Yeah.
rail, you can just kind of adjust it.
Okay, so at this point we've drilled our 3/8 inch diameter hole into our block, and we are inserting only the bottom brackets at this point, and just going not fully tight so that it'll accept the bottom of the tubes when we go, and then we'll just progressively do this right down the line. We've got the 5.5 inch bolt. We've inserted the 1/4 inch flat washer. We're coming through the very top of our 2-start tube. We're bringing our wedge nut in, and we're connecting that with our 5.5 inch bolt. We're tightening it up about a half a dozen turns, and that's it. We'll progressively do that all the way down. Both of our 2-starts have the wedge nuts installed, and we are taking our first locker side. So now we're going to add the next locker side, and now we're going to drop the back panel in place, making sure that the nameplate on the back panel faces up. So you'll notice that there are approximately 6 long horizontal wires, and those insert into the tubes of the side panels, and we'll demonstrate that. When finalizing the tightening of the screws, it's just important at this stage not to over tighten to the point where you will collapse the tube. Okay, so in our run of 8, we now have installed the 2-start, and we're adding the next group of 3, which is referred to as a 3 extension. So we're going to drop the lockers in place in the brackets, and we've already assembled and installed. This is best done with 3 people. Now the back grid separately gets located, put into place, lined up. 3 things have to line up now: the top and bottom channels, and then the holes on the grid. Just takes a little bit of finessing on both the top and the bottom, and then also having the bottom.
You're not going to be able to. Oh, we got to do this thing here now, don't we? Looking down there, Don. Got it?
Okay, so at this stage, the lockers are assembled, installed, and we're going to load the shelves in. There's an offset bend on the shelf, and the reason for that is one of the hooks will go behind a vertical wire, and then on the opposing side it'll be on the front of the wire and the locker next to it, and I'll demonstrate that. Okay, so at this stage all the shelves have been loaded. This is for a bag storage application, so therefore there are 4 shelves per opening. And really the last thing, in addition to cleaning up, that we're going to do here is just install the plastic plugs.
Are there a couple of socks missing? Okay.